Discover the best WooCommerce B2B plugin that lets you create B2B pricing, auto-approve wholesalers, create private wholesale section, trade credit, bulk order form, purchase list, and so much more without the usual technical headache. Let's get straight into it. To achieve all this, we'll be using the WholesaleWP.com plugin, which, as I said, lets you create dynamic wholesale pricing, whether it's tiered based, volume based, you name it. Create order form where customers can quickly reorder from their previous history, or if they know the SKU code in which they want to order, they can bulk upload that via CSV. So it just makes the entire ordering process frictionless for our wholesale customers. There's quote negotiation. Customers can request the quotes and it's all streamlined. It can all be started with a simple conversation. And then from there, the admin can send a quote. They can put an expiry date on it. They can customize the shipping and so much more. Our wholesalers can create team accounts, and from the main account or even the individual sub accounts, we can create various different purchase lists. So head office can create a purchase list and share it with specific branches, and the admin of that account can control the type of restriction that each individual account has. So whether they're allowed to place an order, whether it's a view only, etc., etc. We've got trade credit. So your customers can go ahead and apply for trade credit. You can review it and choose whether you want to approve or reject that application. And you can go ahead and create dynamic rules that automatically increase the credit limit based on your wholesaler's track record. We can auto bump them up to the next group and give them a higher credit limit. So we've also got AI reporting to give you useful insight, whether there's a particular customers that typically order within a certain period that hasn't, whether there's certain products that's trending. So any type of useful, actionable insights, the AI will automatically notify you. And there's a zillion more features such as Dynamics Rules Engine, which we just touched on. So we can restrict certain payments, shipping method, tax exempt our B2B customers that qualifies, price matrix, and so much more. So I'll leave a link in the description below, or just head over to wholesalewp.com. Go ahead and download and install the plugin. Once you've done so, we'll head over to our dashboard. And then from here, once you've installed the plugin, you'll be redirected to this page here. And we can go ahead and choose from any of these preset selection. If none of them match your requirement, we can simply type in what it is we actually want to do and click generate a plan, and the AI will automatically activate all the relevant features you'll need to go ahead and execute the type of business that you're particularly running. So if it's just a B2B business, you can simply say, I'm currently running a B2B business. I've got X amount of product SKU. I want to offer a net 30 payment option. Go ahead and be as descriptive as you like. Click generate plan and the AI will do its magic. You'll have a useful guide here showing you which settings you should go ahead and set up. So for example, if we just wanted this manufacturer here, we can see that the type of plans that's created is completely different. Or we can skip this entirely and we can go ahead and configure everything manually. Throughout this video, I'm not going to cover every single feature of this plugin because we'll be here all day, but we'll create a dedicated video to each individual feature of this plugin, and I'll link the playlist in the description below. Then you can jump to the relevant sections that make sense to you. If you're taking advantage of the free trial that's currently available at the time of recording this, it is. What I suggest is that you create a staging account or some test environment. If not, it's fine. We can follow along. But if you do have that, then you'll navigate over to tools here, and then you'll see this Wholesale WP seeder. If you click on it here, we can generate some test data. It saves us setting up everything individually, and it gives us a quick overview of what everything does. So we can quickly beta test it to see whether it will fit your requirement or not. And once you're finished with your testing, you can just remove the data. The first thing we want to do is go ahead and define our B2B group. So to do that, we'll just head over to Wholesale WP and we'll go ahead and click on groups here. And here you can see we've got two groups. So we've got our distributor group and we've got our wholesalers group. To create a new one, all we have to do is click add group here, enter in the group name. Let's just say factors, for example, create. And then from here, we can add customers to our group and we'll automatically check to see which shipping method you've got on your store and which payment method you've got on your store. And you can disable the individual payments and shipping method per group as well. Here, we've got our roles priority. In the event that a customer is in two groups, then this will show you which group will have the priority over the other one. We've got some performance metrics in regards to this particular group. Again, this is a new group, so the data is blank, of course. And if we've created any dynamic pricing rules assigned to this group, we can see it in one universal place here. So it just makes managing our whole entire operation. I'm just going to leave everything as it is for now. Let's hit save changes. Now let's go ahead and create a simple wholesale pricing rule. If you want to bulk upload your wholesale pricing via CSV, or if you want to create a dynamic pricing rule, again, I'll leave a link to a separate video in the description below. Let's head over to our product page. This store is currently selling at B2C and B2B. We've got our regular retail price. And when we go down here, we can see our various different groups. We've got our wholesalers, distributors, and factories, which we've just created. If we want, for our wholesalers, we can say the price for this product is, let's say, $78 starting. We can create different pricing tiers as well. So if they order 10 quantities, then maybe to our wholesalers for 65 euros. And we can add another tier here as well. We can say if they order over 20, we can give it them for 60 euro. And we can add another tier, let's say 30 and above. We will give it them for 55 euros. Now we've got this handy preview section here, so you can see how it will look on the front end to our wholesalers. It's one product, numerous different pricing per group. But whilst we're on the product page, let's have a look at a few other things we can do. So we can create a dynamic pricing rule here. If we go to Wholesale WP here as well, we can choose how we want to display the tiered pricing. We can also add some custom information on this product page based on the user group. All right, we can add some quantity rules as well, meaning visitors need to order in groups of X amount, or they need to order a minimum of X amount. We can set it all here. Based on your configuration as well, we can also restrict who can see this product. Currently, I'm unable to show you that because we don't have that setting activated on this particular website. Once you're happy with everything, just hit update. And if we view our website on the front end, the price should be the same because currently I'm logged in as admin. We'll quickly switch to a different user role. Let's double check the inventory based on the option that you've selected. You can set different inventory amount for retail customers and B2B customers. Let's quickly switch to a wholesaler. When we refresh this page, we should see our wholesale pricing. So we can see this is 78. However, if we click on this tier here, if we order 19, we get it for 65. And if we order 30 quantities, we get it for 55. Let's have a look at a few more features. Let's head over to our dashboard. Let's navigate over to Wholesale WP. This is our control section. If you've got our enhanced AI reporting enabled, then here you'll see an overview of what's been going on over the past 7 days. And it will highlight anything that you might want to have a closer look at. We've got some overdue invoice here that we might want to go ahead and chase up, and a few orders as well that hasn't been fulfilled. And here it's letting us know that we've got a few quotes that we should probably have a look at as well. We've got some pending wholesale accounts that we should look at. And we've also got a pending credit application, and we've got some unread messages here as well. Low stock alert, and we've got an overview of our top customers as well in the past 7 days. Let's have a look at our customer section. All right. And then from here, we can see our customers list, and we've also got the option to go ahead and filter and segment our list by different criteria as well. And what's particularly useful with Wholesale WP is, let's say, for example, you filtered it by activity. So someone that hasn't ordered anything in a while, so no one matches that criteria. But let's just assume that maybe there's a company, right, that hasn't ordered for some time. We can identify that, or it could be even your top companies. Maybe you want to email them, so we can bulk email them. So we can select and then just click message selected here, and we can bulk email them with some kind of custom promotion, whatever the use case is. We've got the option to do that all from our dashboard, or we can even export it and go ahead and email them outside of Wholesale WP. So it's completely up to you. Let's reduce this column so we can see all the data in a single row. So let's take us health. And if we click on the CRM hub here, we can go ahead and generate a snapshot of this particular customer, and it's just letting us know that they haven't ordered yet. It'll give you useful information like their payment preference, recent conversation. This is our wholesale CRM. We can see the numerous sub accounts that's assigned to this account here. Lots of useful insights that we can take action on. All right, let's navigate over to our inbox. All right, so now let's have a look at our inbox. Let's view this conversation. Okay, so we've got some information with regards to this customer here. We can see their message, and we can go ahead and draft an offer using AI. We can quick reply, or we can submit a custom offer, which is basically a quote, and they will have the option to go ahead and accept the offer, or they can message us and reply with a counter offer. Let's navigate over to quotes. We've got an overview of what's been going on in regards to the last quarter. We can see our acceptance rate. We can see how much deal flow we've got in the pipeline. Offers expiring soon, accepted, decline, currently open. For example, if we click on this one here, in terms of creating a quote/offer, we can just click add new offer here. We can give it a name. So this could be to a individual customer, or you can bulk broadcast an offer to an entire user group. So here we can add a user ID, and we can choose the group or the email address. So for example, wholesalers, this is our wholesale group. We can add it there. We can add our product if we know the SKU code. I personally recommend adding an expiry date, but again, that depends on your business, what you've got going on. Payment can be due upon receipt, or we can offer a net 30 payment option. We can add a custom message here. All right, in terms of the price, we can see that the regular price is €9.5. We can say as a special promotional offer, getting it for €7, dollars, whatever your currency is. And we can just hit send offer, and that's sent to our wholesale user group. All right, we've got an overview of all our trade credit application. We've currently got this new one here. If we click detail, we can see the options in which they're filled out on the form, and we can choose to accept or reject that application. Grant trade credit. So we can bulk grant our user group trade credit, right? Using this tool here. So we get to choose who qualifies. So whether it's a specific group or any group. Let's say one, because we don't have much data on this store. They've created one order in the last 90 days. We want to give them a trade credit of, it can be a fixed amount or based on their spend, say 700. We can see here by this preview, it's letting us know that there's 4 customers that matches this particular rule, and it's letting us know how much they'll be getting. So here we can see this user here already has some credit with us, and since we're increasing the credit limit, their amount increases by 720. We can email each customer about their limit, or we can set this to schedule to run for a particular time, and we can save this template so we can reuse it in the future. We can go through some of our settings here. I'll leave you to go through this in your own time. Groups we've already covered briefly, but one thing to note when it comes to groups, which we didn't cover, is if we scroll down here, we've got group automation, and this will allow us to automatically move customers through to different groups, so we can ascend them to different groups. So if they spend over X amount within a certain period, we can ascend them to a higher group where maybe we're giving them more perks, more benefit, more net term payment. So this is where we go ahead and create our automation. Let's go ahead, create, and you can go ahead and fill in this information. Let's navigate over to dynamic rules. This is a powerful rules engine which will allow you to create various different types of rules. So first we get to choose what type of rule we want to create, whether that's a discount amount, buy one get one free, tiered pricing, free shipping, minimum order, tax exemption, payment method / discount, plus surcharge, shipping restriction, and so much more. What's handy with this particular dynamic engines rules, because it's so powerful, oftentimes or not, you might have a rule conflicting with another, and this will basically alert you if there's a conflicting rule, and it will show you which rule it is as well. We can also test it against a sample card to see if it works as we intend it to work. Let's click on registration. From here, we can go ahead and review the pending application. On our registration form, we can go ahead and define a customer role, which will display as a drop-down that a user can self-select. So if they're applying to be a wholesaler, we can create a wholesale role here, and they can fill in the application form, and it will automatically assign them to that role. Based on our settings, will determine whether they get automatically approved or we need to manually approve them. Here we've got our registration fields. We can go ahead and create a registration field. The form preview will show here. We've got a quote field as well, and we've got a funnel coming up soon, which will give us more insight and what's going on with our wholesale application. Tax exemption rule, we'll skip that for now. Bulk order form, we can choose the design of our bulk order form. So we've seen the catalog mode. We can also choose the quick order mode, and we can choose our color scheme here as well. And we can try to match it as much to your theme styling. We've got some extra options here that you can choose to configure. With regards to our bulk order form, we can go ahead and get the shortcode and embed it on any page, or we can just leave it as it is and it will automatically display for our B2B customers in their account area. Here we've got bulk order here, and then from here they can choose from their previous order. They can just click reorder, or they can upload and paste in the CSV file here with the SKU code and a quantity for each SKU. Let's quickly switch. This is our quick order form that we see in here, and this is our catalog bulk order form. So what's handy about this is we can filter by category, brands, etc. And we can just quickly go down, enter in our quantity, and voila, we can just add it to our cart. Or if we're not ready to purchase yet, the customer can go ahead and save it to their list. More on this in just a second. Let's head back over to our dashboard. In regards to these settings, there'll be an individual video walking you through how to configure and customize each settings, but we won't go through that just here. We can have a quick look at our inventory. We can enable a separate inventory to our retail customers versus our B2B customers, and so much more. Restriction, option, access, and visibility. We can choose to have no restriction rules applied to our entire site. We can show product, hide prices. We can hide our website completely, force everyone to log in, or we can hide the price and product after they've logged in. We can even replace the price with request a quote option. A handy thing as well that you'll most likely choose during the setup stage is you'll choose whether you want a B2B only shop or a hybrid, a B2C and a B2B. All right, we've got a price matrix here. There's a zillion options. As I said, literally, we'll be here for the whole day if I was to go through everything. So I just want to give you a high level overview of some of the key features with this particular plugin. If we go to our add-ons page here, we get to choose which features we'll need for our store. But again, most of this will already be pre-configured on the welcome page based on the requirement that you've pre-selected or given to the AI to configure. We've got our AI option here where we can go ahead and enter in our key. We can track our usage as well. In the future, to manage all the heavy lifting, we will most likely host this, but depending on your feedback. If you want to bring your own key, that's fine. But just for ease of use, I think it's easier if we assign a set amount of credits to each account. It just saves you faffing around with API key and worrying about usage limits. So that's something we're considering as well. Let's have a quick look at the reports. All right, so we get a quick overview of what's going on our website. We can see outstanding invoices, etc. We've got a few key callouts. If we just quickly head back over to settings here, we can further fine tune everything. Now let's have a look at the front end and see what our customers see. So if we go to the My Account page, we've got a trade credit. We've got my trade credit here. I can apply for a credit limit increase. I can track my spending, invoices, etc. We can see our messages here. Let's go offers. All right. I think this is a broadcast offer. Currently, this product is actually out of stock, so they can't take advantage of that anyway. We've got our purchase list here, and we can actually share our purchase list with our sub accounts. And if there's any shared with us, then we can see it here. We can create a new list as right, and we can quickly order from our list or even download our list. Bulk order we've already seen. So let's go to our team's account. We can see our account and we can see our team account along with their permission. And we can go ahead and create new team members as well. We can add extra details. We can add additional information regarding our team member. And we can specify their permission. When it comes to restriction rules, checking the VAT number if they're in the EU, I'll create a separate video showing you how to showcase this. But I just wanted this to be a quick overview to give you an idea of what you can do with this particular plugin. The sales agent module is coming later on as well. This brings us to the end of this video. Like and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you've got any questions, leave it in the comment box.